Hello students, I am Manoj Kundare, the Assistant Professor of Electronic Science. Welcome back to our e-learning platform. In previous video, we have seen the serial input, serial input, parallel output and parallel input, serial output type of shift register. The link of the previous video is available in the description box. Please check it. Now, in this video, we are going to see the next or last type of shift register, parallel input and parallel output shift register. This is the very simplest type of the shift register. In this operation, all the inputs are loaded simultaneously and are available at the output simultaneously parallelly as shown below. That means input given parallelly and output also taken parallelly here. Okay. Now let's see the logic diagram. In this logic diagram, the 4-bit binary input B0, B1, B2, B3 is applied to the data inputs D0, D1, D2 and D3 respectively of the 4 flip-flop. That means B0 connected with D0, B1 connected with D1, B2 connected with D2 and B3 connected with D3. As soon as the negative edge is applied, the inputs binary bits will loaded into the flip-flops simultaneously. The loaded bits will appear simultaneously to the output side. Only one clock pulse is essential to load all the bits. Therefore, parallel input parallel output mode is the fastest mode of operation. Okay, that means if B0 is connected with D0, then output is taken at Q0. Similarly, B1 connected with D1 and output is separately taken Q1. Okay, during only one clock pulse, what happens? All the data bits are loaded into the flip-flops and its outputs are generated to its output terminal Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. That means during only one clock cycle we get the output here. Hence, it is the fastest mode of operation. I hope you all understand the operation of parallel input, parallel output type of shift register. This is the simplest type of shift register. Now, let's see some applications of the shift register. The shift registers are used for temporary data storage, for multiplication and division operation, as a delay line, serial to parallel converter, parallel to serial converter, the very important as a ring counter, then the twisted ring counter or Johnson counter and serial data transmission. Let's see the one of the application of the shift register, the ring counter. Okay, a ring counter, first of all we have to know what is meant by counter. A counter is an electronic circuit which counts the events for upside or downside. Okay, a ring counter is a special type of application of serial input serial output shift register. The only difference between the shift register and the ring counter is that the last flip-flop output is taken as the output in the shift register. But in the ring counter, this output is connected to the input of the first flip-flop. All of the remaining things in the ring counter are the same as the shift register. That means this is the diagram of ring counter. The only difference between the shift register and the ring counter is that in shift register this Q3 is taken out separately. There is no connection here. But in ring counter the Q3 is connected back to the D0. The only difference is of this line in between shift register and ring counter. I hope you all understand this difference. In the ring counter, the output of flip-flop 3 is connected to the input of flip-flop 0 like this. Okay. Now let's see the number of states is equal to the number of flip-flops. That is For 4-bit ring counter, the number of states are 4. Hence, the flip-flops are required are also 4. If we want to design the 3-bit ring counter, then the number of states are 3. Hence, the flip-flops are required are also 3. I hope you all understand this. Now, let's see the operation of this ring counter. Initially, a low or clear pulse is applied to all flip-flops. That means initially a low or clear pulse applied to all the flip-flops. Then what happens? Hence, flip-flop 1, flip-flop 2 and flip-flop 3 will reset. That means their value becomes 0, 0, 0. But flip-flop 0 will preset because this preset terminal is connected with this clear. Hence, the output of flip-flop 0 becomes 1. Okay, hence we get the output Q3, Q2, Q1, Q0 is 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, I hope you all understand why the value of output of flip-flop 0 becomes 1, because the flip-flop 0 preset terminal is connected with the clear. Hence only flip-flop 0 will set while other flip-flop will reset. Hence we get the value 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, now the clear terminal is made inactive by applying a high level to it. After giving the initial condition, then the clear becomes inactive. The clock signal is then applied to all the flip-flops simultaneously. Note that all the flip-flops are negative edge triggered. The flip-flops are negative edge triggered, and at the initial state we has the value 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Now let's see the operation here. Here we have the value 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, on the first negative going clock edge, what happens here? As soon as the first falling edge of the clock, that means first falling edge of the clock is occurs, then only flip-flop 1 will be set, because Q0 or D1 is equal to 1. Here is the value of D1 and Q0 is 1. Hence only flip-flop 1 is set here. Okay, the flip-flop 0 will reset. This flip-flop 0 will reset. That means its output's value becomes 0, because D0 or Q3, this is Q3, has the value 0. Hence D0 has the value 0. Hence we get the reset value of flip-flop 0, and there is no change in the status of flip-flop 2 and flip-flop 3. Hence after the first clock pulse the outputs are 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay, let's see once again. Okay, these are the values of the flip-flops when the first falling edge of the clock occurs. Then what happens here? Flip-flop 1 has the value D1 equal to 1. Hence here Q1 becomes 1. Okay, Q1 becomes 1. Now Q3 is connected with D0. Q3 has the value 0. Hence D0 has the value 0. D0 has the value 0. Hence during first clock pulse the flip-flop 0 is in reset mode. Hence its value becomes 0. Then after first clock pulse we get the value 0, 0, 1, 0. I hope you all understand this concept. Now here we get the value 0, 0, 1, 0. Then on the second falling edge of the clock. When the second falling edge of the clock occurs, then what happens? At the second falling edge of the clock, only flip-flop 2 will be set, because D2 or Q1 is equal to 1. Here the Q1 has the value 1, that means D2 has the value 1, hence flip-flop 2 now sets. Okay, flip-flop 1 will reset since D1 or Q0 is 0. Okay, this has the value 0. That means during the second clock pulse we get the value 0 1 0 0. Okay, let's see once again. Here, before second clock pulse appear, we have the value 0 0 1 0. When the second falling edge occurs, then what happens? When the second falling edge occurs, the Q1 has the value 1, hence D2 has the value 1, hence it is in set mode, while flip-flop 1 is reset because D1 has the value 0. That means after second falling edge we have the value 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0. Similarly, after third clock pulse the outputs are 1 0 0 0. Okay, and after the fourth one the outputs becomes 0 0 0 1. We can see this operation on the truth table. Okay, that means first clear we have the initial value 1 0 0 0. When the first falling edge of the clock occurs, then the value becomes 0 1 0 0. At the second falling edge the value becomes 0 0 1 0. At the third falling edge the value becomes 0 0 0 1, and during next clock pulse we get the initial value again 1 0 0 0. Okay, I hope you all understand the operation of the ring counter here. Okay, this is behave like a ring. That means this is state 0 1 2 3 and again state 0. Okay, we can draw a timing diagram for this truth table. Okay, this is the clock signal, and this is the first falling edge, second falling edge, third falling edge, fourth falling edge. Then give low pulse of the clear and then make it high. Okay, then first one is Q0. Okay, here Q0. At the initial state, what happens? The Q0 is 1. Okay, then after first falling edge of the clock, then Q1 becomes 1. After second falling edge of the clock, Q2 becomes 1. Third falling edge of the clock, Q3 becomes 1. And at the fourth falling edge of the clock, again Q0 becomes 1. I hope you all understand the timing diagram and truth table of the ring counter. Thank you.